Today's June 23rd, 2023. What we're going to do today is either going to be a wonderful success or an unmitigated disaster. What I've done in the last couple of days is I built a vessel to contain the largest resin pour that I've ever done, and we'll see how it comes out. And this is the vessel. It's a piece of 6-inch plastic pipe. I made ends for it, and I sealed it. Hopefully that it won't leak. Down inside are 2 burls, one on either end, and I'll fill the resin in between, and then it'll be a cylinder when it comes all apart, which is going to be a whole issue all within itself of what's going to happen when I take it apart. But eventually, hopefully, we will get it turned into a large 6-inch sphere. In order to do it, I'm going to put it in a pressure pot. In case it leaks, I've put a plastic bag in here to try to catch any resin that may leak. I'm hoping that it won't, but again, we will see. I've now put the vessel in the pressure pot, and I put a plastic bag in there just in case any of my seals leak, because I don't need that extra resin leaking into the pressure pot and ruining it. Time to mix the resin. I'm getting ready to mix the part A and the part B. I'm looking at it, hoping that I've got at least 32 ounces, because that's what I've calculated the internal volume to be. So we'll pour it and see how much we have. Well, I mixed up 32 ounces. That was the calculation that I came up with, and I got it poured, and it's in the pressure pot at 60 psi, and it needs to be in there for at least 4 hours, so I won't know whether there's any leakage. If there is, I'll try to, hopefully I can add some extra on the top, and we'll just see how it works. What an exciting day. Well, it's been a little over 3 hours, and I'm going to check the pressure pot to see if I need to add more resin. We'll let the vacuum off and the pressure off. And now we can undo it here, and we'll have a big reveal here to see if any of it leaked out. We're hoping that it didn't, but when you put something under pressure, you've got to make sure you've got some good substantial clamps holding it down, because if this thing exploded when it was under pressure, there would be a world of hurt. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Alrighty. It looks like it sunk down there. I think I can see some down at the bottom, but I'm not sure. I'll add another 8 or 10 ounces and put it back under pressure. Well, it's been another 4 hours. We're going to depressurize it and see if the additional resin brought everything up level. Well, it looks like it didn't recede too much, so we'll let it sit for a day or so, and then we'll, let me see if I can take it out of here. Well, I guess I'm going to have to do it off camera. Well, the blank is ready. I've got the ends put on waste blocks so that we've got room to turn. Looking inside, it looks like it's going to be kind of neat, and we'll just have to see how this goes. Anyway, let's get it on the lathe. Well, we've got it mounted on the lathe. First thing we need to do is true up both of the waste blocks, and then we'll true up the cylinder itself, and then start the measuring so we can turn this into a sphere within the next couple of hours. The tools we'll use are the special Sorenberger calipers, and then some other calipers for measuring, because I do all of this by millimeters to try to get the most accurate measurements. Anyway, let's see what happens. Well, I'm about 20 minutes into it, trying to get it trued up, and I see that when it was in the mold, the bottom wasn't level, and so I've got to take more off of this end to get down to the wood. This end is fine, but I still have where the port was, where we poured it in, still needs to have some come off of here, so it's going to be probably, you know, 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch smaller than we had originally planned. So if we come in this way, that means we've got to also make this just a little smaller. So we're about 20-25 minutes in. Let's keep working. All right, we're another 20 minutes into it. We've got it squared up now. The blank is going to be 136 millimeters this way, and 136 millimeters that way. And so now we'll start cutting it into an octagon, and then we'll go from there. Now we're another 15 minutes into it, 20 minutes, and we have it into an octagon shape. Now we'll make it a 16-sided figure by cutting here and there, here and there, and that'll take another 20 minutes or so. Well, here we are, just a little over 2.5 hours into it. We've got it cut into a 32-sided shape, and now we'll sand it round, and then take it off the lathe and put it in the other chucks and see if we can get a good looking sphere out of it. Well, it's off the regular chuck and into the jam chucks. It's jammed between these two padded centers. That was the center of it going the one way, and there's the bottom and the top. And so now we'll see what this looks like. It's fairly close, so we'll sand those nubs off and start to polish it. It's coming together. It's been about 2.5 hours total so far. It's now the next morning. I spent an hour or so trying to work on this yesterday and found a major flaw in it. And so my solution, because I had to do that second pour, I had a really bad fracture right here. And so what I did is I just sanded off that corner, which is kind of interesting because it gives a really nice window right into the center of it. And this is especially important after it's been exposed to light and is glowing. So Anyway, I'll keep working on the polishing today and see if we can't get it there. So now I have it on the vacuum chuck, and I'm polishing this lens, trying to get all the imperfections out, and I'm hitting it with these different sanding pads that go up to about 18,000 grit, and then I'll polish it on the polishing wheel. So it's coming along. Well, this is the last step. Putting some Renaissance microcrystal wax on it, and put it on there, and then buffed it real good, and it's just about ready to be done. Move the window into it. I think it's going to be pretty neat. Hope everybody enjoyed. Well, the sphere is complete, and it's sitting on my desk. And it looks especially neat in the dark, but since I can't make it dark in here, I'll just shine a black light on it. There we go. Anyway, kind of a neat desk ornament, and I'm pleased with the way it came out.